Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. The Crimean Bridge has been in the spotlight once again, but not for the reasons Russia would want. This massive structure, stretching across the Kerch Strait, was built to symbolize Russia's permanent grip over Crimea and to serve as a crucial logistical artery for moving troops, weapons, and supplies into southern Ukraine. But with Ukraine striking at it multiple times, the bridge has become less of a symbol of strength and more of a symbol of vulnerability. Today we're going to explore the Crimean Bridge like a product review, looking at its exterior, interior, performance, safety features, unique selling points, the heavy price attached to its existence, and finally, what this all means for Russia moving forward. The exterior of the Crimean Bridge is both imposing and impressive. At nearly 19 kilometers in length, it stands as the longest bridge in Europe and Russia's proudest post-2014 construction project. Its sweeping arches rise above the water as if declaring permanence and dominance. The exterior was carefully crafted to showcase Russian engineering, boasting 4 lanes for road traffic and a parallel set of tracks for trains. From afar, it appears unshakable, a bold line of concrete and steel stitching Crimea firmly to the Russian mainland. Yet, that same exterior which was meant to project invincibility has now been scarred by fire, explosions, and twisted metal. What was meant to be an unbreakable link is visibly cracked, reminding the world that appearances can deceive and that even the strongest-looking structures can be targeted. Inside, the Crimean Bridge is more functional than fancy. The roadways are wide, built to withstand thousands of heavy vehicles, from civilian cars to massive military convoys. The railway lines are built with the capacity to handle long freight trains packed with ammunition and fuel. The pillars driven deep into the seabed and the steel reinforcements in the deck show a utilitarian but sturdy design. There are no luxurious interiors, no comfort zones, just raw engineering meant to serve a purpose. Yet, despite its tough interior core, the strikes against it revealed that sheer thickness of steel and concrete cannot guarantee survival in the face of modern precision attacks. Its interior may have been designed for durability against time and nature, but it was never fully prepared for the kind of warfare Ukraine has brought into play. When it comes to performance, the Crimean Bridge was once a star performer for Russia. Since its completion in 2018, it carried not only millions of civilian vehicles but also became a lifeline for Moscow's war effort. It performed its duty tirelessly, moving tanks, trucks, and equipment day and night. Trains full of fuel and munitions rumbled across it, keeping the Russian military supplied in occupied territories. It was fast, efficient, and indispensable. But the moment conflict tested it, performance stumbled. After every attack, the bridge has been partially or fully shut down, slowing the flow of supplies to a crawl. Delays, detours, and logistical headaches have haunted the Russian military since then. What once performed as a reliable workhorse is now unpredictable, forcing Russia to rely more heavily on risky sea routes or long overland journeys. Its performance in wartime has exposed the truth: infrastructure built for peacetime efficiency can falter under the strain of war. Looking at safety features, the Crimean Bridge was equipped with the usual monitoring systems, security patrols, and naval defenses in nearby waters. It was supposed to be secure, one of the most heavily protected pieces of infrastructure in Russian territory. For natural threats like storms or corrosion, the bridge was well prepared. Its design accounted for harsh weather and seismic activity, ensuring it would stand strong against environmental hazards. But the safety features were not designed for drone swarms, truck bombs, or missile strikes. Ukraine's repeated ability to hit the bridge shows that those defenses are outdated against modern methods of attack. In reality, the Crimean Bridge is like a fortress with strong walls but weak gates, unable to stop adversaries from exploiting new vulnerabilities. This has created a massive psychological blow, as Russia promised it was untouchable but could not deliver on that assurance. The unique selling points of the Crimean Bridge go far beyond engineering. For Russia, this bridge was not just concrete and steel, it was a symbol of legitimacy over Crimea. When it opened, it was celebrated with grand fanfare. Putin himself drove a truck across it, presenting the structure as proof that Crimea was not just annexed, but permanently bound to Russia. Its uniqueness lay in being both a military asset and a propaganda tool. It was shown repeatedly in Russian media as untouchable, a marvel of national pride, and a visible scar on the map that said, "Crimea is ours forever." However, once Ukraine proved it could hit the bridge, that selling point was shattered. Instead of inspiring confidence, the bridge now raises questions. If Russia cannot protect the bridge, can it truly protect Crimea? Its uniqueness now is not in being an engineering marvel, but in being the perfect symbol of Russia's exposed weak spot. But what about the price? The bridge came with an enormous financial and strategic cost. Russia spent billions of dollars to build it under difficult conditions, battling strong currents, unstable seabed, and international sanctions. The investment was massive, meant to lock Crimea to Russia forever. Yet every strike raises the price even higher. Repairs cost millions more, rerouted supply lines cost both time and fuel, and every disruption risks Russian troops being left undersupplied at the front. There is also the political price. What was meant to show strength now showcases weakness. The bridge's damage undermines Russian morale and boosts Ukrainian confidence. It also costs Russia its image of control, with every explosion televised around the world as a blow against Moscow's power. The true price is not just in rubles, but in credibility, security, and the perception of invincibility. In conclusion, the Crimean Bridge is no ordinary piece of infrastructure. It was built to be a statement, a connection, and a supply artery all rolled into one. Its exterior was grand, its interior strong, its performance reliable under normal conditions, and its unique selling points tied to politics as much as practicality. But its safety features were outdated for modern war, and the price of maintaining it keeps rising with every strike. The bridge now stands as both an asset and a liability for Russia. Instead of binding Crimea permanently, it has become the ultimate reminder that Crimea itself is not safe, and if Crimea is not safe, then the very question arises, is Russia safe at all? The Crimean Bridge attack has exposed more than steel weaknesses, it has exposed the limits of Russian power, and that revelation may be its most significant impact of all.